In the summer of 1812, Napoleon Bonaparte, arguably the most brilliant military mind of his time, made a decision so catastrophic it's still taught in military academies today. He assembled the largest army Europe had ever seen. Over 600,000 men, horses, cannons, supply wagons, enough firepower to flatten a small civilization. And with all that strength, he pointed it at one objective: Moscow. One army, one goal, one colossal gamble. Napoleon, who had won battles by dividing his forces with surgical precision, suddenly forgot his own genius. He concentrated everything into a single invasion. And it worked. For about 5 minutes. You see, Napoleon didn't just march into Russia. He marched into winter, into starvation, into disease, into a landscape so vast and unforgiving, his soldiers started dying faster than they could advance. By the time he limped back to France, over 500,000 men were gone. Frozen, starved, left behind. All because he broke a timeless rule of strategy: never go all in. Never mass everything into one fight. This isn't just military history. This is your life, your career, your ambitions, your relationships. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of us are marching into our own version of Russia. All in on one job, one dream, one person, one shot. Burn the boats, they say. But what if the island sinks? Napoleon thought one massive army would overwhelm reality. Reality doesn't care. It's colder, crueler, and far less impressed with our plans than we think. Look, humans love the fantasy of the one big thing. One moment, one shot, one grand gesture. It's why we propose with rings and not PowerPoint presentations. It's why we chase lottery tickets and viral fame. But success, like war, doesn't favor the dramatic. It favors the strategic. Divide your energy, segment your focus, operate on multiple fronts. Because when one front collapses, the others survive to fight another day. Think of Amazon. It started with books, sure, but behind the scenes, Bezos was already planning AWS, Prime, Alexa, multiple divisions, multiple battlefronts. If one failed, another could advance. Contrast that with companies who went all in on a single product. Remember Blockbuster? Exactly. Single front, single failure, oblivion. It's not just business. It's life, your health, your relationships, your income streams, your skills. If you stack them all into one basket, one breakup, one layoff, one mistake, and you're left standing in your own personal Moscow, cold, exhausted, wondering where it all went wrong. Napoleon never recovered from 1812. But you're not marching blind into Russia. You're learning to fight smarter. In the next episode, we'll explore why smaller divided forces almost always outperform bigger unified ones. Because in both war and success, size doesn't win, strategy does.